Alleviant Integrated Mental Health is changing the way we talk about and treat mental health with a people-first approach.
Joining us now is founder and CEO Brian Mears to share more on building this forward-thinking mental health organization. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on.
Yes, Brian, thanks for being here. So how did Alleviant really come to be, and how has this sort of vision, as we discussed, really evolved since its founding?
So I had a background in anesthesiology, very objective, goal-oriented, makes sense. Then I saw a major need in psychiatry, little less goal-oriented, much more subjective, and I decided to bring objectivity into the world of psychiatry. So then I dual-boarded in psychiatry as well.
Interesting. So obviously you're here right now because you guys are expanding into Nevada.
Correct.
You have a location opening soon in Henderson.
Right.
How can people learn more about it, and is there an ability for them to make appointments, and how far in advance would they need to do that?
Absolutely. So we want to see all patients within 7 days. That has never happened in Las Vegas. You know, as many months wait. So if you're suffering from any form of issue, not just suffering, but if you're somebody that wants to prevent a mental illness or a brain-based issue, you come see us. It's very simple. You go to Alleviant.com, that's Alleviant, or you call us at 866-951-4325.
7 days.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, there are all sorts of stigmas surrounding mental health. Is there anything that you would suggest in certain ways that you believe that we can really all help reduce that stigma?
So it starts with each one of us individually. You see, we are the ones that created the stigma. Why? Because we are consumers of the medical system. We need to look at our brain the same as we look at an arm. What do I mean by that? If you fell and broke your arm, you would go see a doctor about it. But when we're experiencing symptoms associated with brain-based illnesses, fatigue, brain fog, moodiness, irritability, depression, anxiety, insomnia, ADHD, the list goes on and on. Frequently, we just don't do anything about it, and it progresses and gets worse.
Yeah, Alleviant offers a number of different treatments that viewers may not be so familiar with.
Sure.
Could you expand on those kind of treatments and how they work best or work better than traditional or other
Absolutely.
methods?
And so in addition to traditional psychiatry, we are the only people in Nevada that will be offering objective psychiatry. That means we do something called Spectral EEGs. So we use a device. It's done in our clinic, takes 4 minutes, does not hurt at all, and we create an image of your brain in 19 different areas. Then we're able to monitor how those regions are responding to each treatment, whether that's a medicine, talk therapy, a lifestyle change like exercise or nutrition, or if we're doing something more advanced like personalized repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, sort of thinking about this, you guys have been doing incredible work so far. What has your impact been, and maybe are there any stories you might be able to share with us this morning?
You know, when I started the company, it was just me and a patient. Now we treat over 100,000 patients a year. It will soon be 100,000 patients just in Las Vegas. The stories are unlimited. Let me tell you a quick story about an autistic child. Could not speak, never looked at their parents in the eye, could not track, never said I love you. Within seeing us for just a few months doing our specialized objective psychiatry, they were able to be age appropriate in school, speaking to their parents within weeks, making eye contact, and living a relatively normal life.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah.
We already kind of talked about this, but mental health issues come with stigma attached. A lot of people feel a certain self-loathing about it, or they're too scared to talk to people,
Sure.
feel it's some kind of weakness. If there are people watching right now who may be struggling, know they have an issue or feel they have an issue, don't know what to do or how to get help, do you have any words of advice or anything you'd like to say to them directly?
Sure. I mean, if you have an illness, say a cold or the flu, you go see somebody about it. If you're experiencing symptoms that just make you feel like not you, who is your best self? Maybe that was somebody that had energy, somebody that loved to socialize, somebody that loved their relationship with their spouse, but now they're feeling that divide. That is a symptom of mental health issues. If you're somebody that just doesn't sleep well, symptom of mental health issues. You need to see us early rather than late.
Yeah, Brian, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Alleviant Integrated Mental Health opens Monday, June 30th in Henderson at 9089 South Pecos Road.
For more information on their services and to make an appointment, visit Alleviant.com.